These are the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros, Samsung's latest and supposedly greatest flagship earbuds ever made. Now, I've been using these guys for a bit now, and in this video, I'm going to transfer all my use and experience to you, and you'll be able to know exactly what it feels like to use the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. From the new features Samsung has put in, coming from the Buds 1 Pros, to the fundamentals like transparency, noise cancelling. Oh, I'll also talk about extra features, both the ones we're used to, as well as the weird, but pretty useful ones as well. And just long story short, we'll be talking about everything and anything that has to do with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. And we're not going to stop talking until you know exactly what it's like to use these guys in the real world. So, you ready? Cool. Let's start with the most important part of things, aka sound quality. When it comes to sound quality with the new Buds 2 Pros, well, long story short, I think there's almost no way you're going to be disappointed. And the reason I say this is because, well, they sound very good. The audio drivers in them are the latest ones from Samsung, and the bass, the mids and trebles just sound very good, like I said. More so the bass though. But the real reason I think there's almost no way you'd be disappointed with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros, regardless of who you are. Actually, I don't know if I should say that, because there are some not so good things these earbuds have going on that could impact your experience, depending on you and your ears. But as far as sound quality specifically goes, I think these would be great for everyone. From sorority girls that listen to Taylor Swift to the other sorority girls that listen to 21 Savage. What I'm referring to is the fact that you can always go into the Galaxy wearable app and mess with the EQ settings. In my experience, the normal EQ setting with these earbuds really bring out the slight improvements these have over the original Buds Pros. And I know what Samsung has been saying about the new 24-bit audio hi-fi sound embedded in the Buds 2 Pros, and they even posted this picture to demonstrate the difference. But in case you're wondering what my ears think, the same ears that use and love the Buds 1 Pros, well, things sound about 80-85% the same. The slight difference I hear, I would say, is that the Buds 2 Pros have more sound separation. Like all the voices and instruments sound airy and feel more spaced out and separated. Kind of how it is with flagship over-ear headphones like the AirPods Max, for example. Except it's nowhere near the AirPods Max when it comes to sound separation. It's a lot closer to the Galaxy Buds 1 Pros, but it is better. So if this is supposed to be the Buds 1 Pro sound quality and this is supposed to be the Buds 2 Pro sound quality, then yeah. The only other thing I noticed is that there's a bit less bass out of the box with the Buds 2 Pros. To me, these are mixed more correctly. And as someone that loves bass and the overall sound I got from the Buds 1 Pros, I didn't really like this at first. But like I said, it'd be hard for anyone to not get the sound they want from these guys, because all I had to do to get the sound I wanted was go into the Galaxy wearable app and change the EQ settings to bass boost. And then things sounded very similar to the Buds 1 Pros again. And I mean that in a very good way, for me personally. Long story short, when it comes to sound quality, these are one of the best sounding earbuds out right now. But you should know, even with the better drivers and the 24-bit stuff and etc., believe it or not, the Galaxy Buds 1 Pros are still probably about 5-10% behind these guys. Well, when it comes to sound quality, at least specifically. Now, you're not always going to be using your noise cancelling earbuds to listen to music though, you know? Sometimes you might want your noise cancelling earbuds specifically for noise cancelling, right? So how did the Buds 2 Pros do when it comes to noise cancelling? Well, great. Honestly, it's becoming harder and harder to tell the differences between the top-notch noise-canceling earbuds out at the moment. What I can tell you though is that you're not going to be disappointed with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros when it comes to noise cancelling. They cancel a great amount of noise for earbuds and are one of the best earbuds out there when it comes to noise cancelling. Honestly, they might just be the best. Honestly. The thing is though, I feel like I can also say that about the Galaxy Buds 1 Pros, the Sony WF-1000 XM4s, the new Pixel Bud Pros, and I haven't even tried the new AirPod Pros 2 yet. I heard those have better noise cancelling now. Basically, without having all of those earbuds here at the same time, it's kind of hard to call it, and I don't want to speak too fast and say something I end up finding out is wrong later, you know? But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros have the best noise cancelling in the world right now when it comes to earbuds. They're very, very good. When it comes to the category opposite of noise cancelling though, aka transparency, or what Samsung likes to call ambient sound, well, unlike with noise cancelling, I can't say the Buds 2 Pros are very, very good here. I'll say they're just fine overall. Like when you go out in your surroundings and you're using them, like things do sound, you know, transparent and you do hear the ambient sound, but there are many earbuds these days that can literally match your ears when it comes to transparency. And they even make specific earbuds for this kind of stuff as well these days. Now, transparency is not that big a deal to me, but I am pretty disappointed with the Buds 2 Pros when it comes to this. Just cause with the Buds 1 Pros, they gave you the option to like make things even more transparent than normal. And just because of that, things felt better, like you had a little more control if transparency was that important to you. Now though, it seems like Samsung seems to agree with me and they also think transparency is not that important, so they took away the option. In the real world though, it's not the biggest of deals, but transparency is just not the best with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. But at least things will still sound decently loud, and the sound that's going to be going to your ears won't sound so microphony like it does with some other earbuds that are not so good at transparency. Now, as far as the microphones themselves though, the ones that are helping with transparency and all, I think, well, this will be a complete review if you don't know how they actually sound. So just how good are the microphones on the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros? Well, if you just hear it for yourself. Right now I'm talking to you through the microphones of the Buds 2 Pros, or the Buds Pros 2s. And this is how basically you'd sound if you're on a phone call. Now basically you're on a phone call with me right now, and I'm talking to you, and this is how I sound. So are you upset? Do you think I sound good? Do you think I sound meh? Do you think I sound bad? Well, that's exactly how you sound if you get the Galaxy Buds Pro 2s and you want to talk on the phone. So now I guess you know exactly how the microphones will sound. Well, in a setting like this, which is outdoors and just a bit of ambient noise around, it's not too loud, but these are the microphones sound, okay? So now let's move on from microphones and let's talk about the actual design of these earbuds themselves. As far as design goes, the new Buds Pros have a new look. The first thing you notice, or at least I noticed, is that they have a new finish. They're not glossy like before with the original Buds Pros. Now, Samsung is going for a rougher, easier to grip matte finish for the design, and I definitely like it. Apart from this though, the shape of the earbuds have changed, or rather has been slightly altered. Because now you have this kind of specific, almost wingtippy type thing that I'm sure Samsung put in to help with the fit of these earbuds. And it does help, and it also doesn't help enough at the same time. But we'll talk about that very soon. As usual, you don't have to get the Buds 2 Pros in black or graphite. You can also get it in white or purple, Bora purple to be specific. I actually almost got this color, but I thought about the kind of guy I'd like to be, and then I got the graphite version instead. Don't ask me what I mean by this, I don't know. Anyways, long story short, as far as design goes, honestly, there's not much we need to talk about. The Buds 2 Pros, as well as the case they come with, aren't so different from the Buds 1 Pros and the case it comes with. You know, yeah, the case is almost the same, apart from the finish basically. They use the same control system for the earbuds. Those are the touch or tap controls. Although the Buds 2 Pros do work better, and they also do technically have an extra control system. But we'll get to that right after this, okay? Long story short, except for certain things like the matte finish and the slight shape changes and additions, that's about all that's noteworthy or talk-worthy when it comes to the design of the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros this year. Now, to me though, design isn't really important. Like, I mean, it is, aesthetics matter and all, but for me, what really matters when it comes to design with these earbuds, or any earbuds for that matter, what really matters when it comes to design is how the design actually impacts the real world use of the earbuds themselves. I'm talking comfort, fit, and just how seamless these earbuds are gonna be in every single scenario you're gonna find yourself in the real world. First, when it comes to fit, you probably remember what happened when I did a head shaking test with the original Buds 1 Pros. If you don't, well, here's your reminder. The Buds 1 Pros were cool when it came to fit, but as soon as you start making any sudden hectic movements, or just when you go work out or anything, they just won't be secure in your ears anymore. Now, how are things this year with the Buds 2 Pros? Well, better. In fact, good. Pretty good. Right now, I could probably shake my head for as long as I have energy for, and nothing's gonna happen. The Buds 2 Pros will still feel secure in my ear. Okay, so when I make these videos, I try to get across what it's like to actually use these devices day to day. And I found that the Buds 2 Pros have pretty good fit. So you can imagine my surprise when I finally came to shoot the head shaking test. Now, I don't just shake my head randomly through the day in my daily life, but since I have done other things like working out and stuff, I really didn't think the Buds 2 Pros would fall out here on camera, even with the most hectic of movements. I'll say that fit is very good with the Buds 2 Pros this year, and you shouldn't put these guys in the category of the other earbuds that fail my head shaking test easily. Because feel-wise, at least with this specifically, it really is more in the category of the earbuds that ace my fit test with no problems. Still though, fit isn't perfect exactly with the Buds 2 Pros. It's not the hectic movements you have to worry about, I found, but it's just with the exact shape of them and just how it fits with the help of the wingtip area thingy. Whenever your ears or your jaw or your face muscles move or something, the fit can completely be affected, even more so than with any hectic movements or head shaking. This isn't the case with some other earbuds I'll say that have good fit. And because of this, in the real world and in my experience, it's a little tricky to rate the fit of the Buds 2 Pros. Honestly, at least to my ears, it feels like the Buds 2 Pros have great and secure fit overall, and I can work out with them easily, but I still find myself adjusting them in my ears when I might not be even doing anything, but just laughing at a post I saw on Instagram or something. Now, fit is subjective though, and my ears could be different from yours, but for me, the Buds 2 Pros are very good, but not perfect. Apart from this though, I'd say the Buds 2 Pros are pretty seamless earbuds. They're comfortable. I don't really prefer touch controls, but this one works pretty well in my experience. A lot better than the Buds 1 Pros. And also, you can be laying down on the bed or on the couch and even turn on your side without messing with the controls. I don't know if there's any material that actually register a touch with these, but in my entire experience and with everything I lay on, I never had an accidental pausing or fast forwarding of my music. Like for sure would happen with some earbuds like the Sony WF-1000 XM4s or the Beats Fit Pros, for example. You know, and the Galaxy Buds Buds 2 Pros even take seamlessness to the next level, in my opinion. Now, some might call this an extra feature, and we'll talk about extra features right after this, but you should know the most seamless earbuds I've used up to this point are the AirPod Pros, the original AirPod Pros. And even though they're very seamless, the seamlessiest of them all, I still found it not so cool that you couldn't adjust the volume from the earbuds themselves. I just felt like that would be the cherry on top of the seamless cake. Now, with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros though, you actually do get that cherry. You don't get it out of the box though. The cherry is in the Galaxy Wearable app right here. Once you turn this on, Samsung says you should be able to double tap the edge of your earbud specifically to mess with volume. And if you take that as face value and you try it, you see that it actually doesn't work so well. And you definitely cannot rely on it to mess with the volume the way you want every single time, while not making a mistake by double tapping like 2 centimeters to the left and messing with your music. Now this feature is actually a great feature though, and it actually works very, very well. But this is just not the right way to use it. Well, if you want it to work consistently, that is. This is also what I think brings seamlessness to the next level with earbuds. And with the way it works specifically with the Buds 2 Pros, the way it really works is you don't want to double tap, but you want to double knock like your jaw or the side of your face or anywhere around the bone. Because the vibration from this somehow always and consistently registers with the earbuds. So that's how you can increase and reduce the volume with your Buds 2 Pros. Pretty seamless. I mean, it's pretty weird too though, but you can always do it discreetly or play it off naturally, you know? Anyways, that's about it when it comes to seamlessness with the Buds 2 Pros. Now, since we've already started kind of talking about it, let's talk about the cool things these guys can do. I'm talking extra features. You get a bunch of extra features with the Buds 2 Pros. What do you do with most other earbuds? Basically 100% of earbuds out there, if not more. Most of these extra features you have to access using the Galaxy Wearable app. And also a lot of these extra features were and are available with the Buds 1 Pros as well. But still, there are a lot that you get in total. First, they're the minor ones, the kind of ones that you wouldn't really use, or rather that I don't really use, like gaming mode, in-ear detection for calls, because I mean, it's already in my ear, man. The seamless earbud connection thing. Actually, I would use this one if I had other Samsung devices and I was actually in the ecosystem, but without being in the ecosystem, I think this is kind of useless, you know? Maybe even inconvenient at times. But yeah, there are a whole lot of extra features Samsung gives you with the Buds 2 Pros, so you can definitely expect to have your own list of extra features that you don't use too if you get the Buds 2 Pros. Now, to finish off my list though, I'll put in the neck stretch reminders and also gaming mode. I never really noticed any latency with the Buds 2 Pros, so I just didn't really see the point of this one. Now, not all the extra features are in this non-use category for me though. Apart from these, there are the customization settings we already talked about that are kind of like extra features, like EQ settings, and then stuff like changing the volume controls and just stuff like that. But apart from these ones, we also have some extra features that are more interesting than normal and maybe even useful and enjoyable too. I'm talking stuff like 360 audio. We've gone this feature again this year, and last time with the Buds 1 Pros, if you watch my videos, then you know that I didn't really get a chance to try it because I didn't have a Samsung supported flagship on me at the time. But this time, I have tried it, and it's honestly very cool. I'm not exactly sure at this exact moment, but it could even be better than Apple's spatial audio. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's better when it comes to specifically head tracking and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. Now we also have some other extra features that we're used to, like these earbuds being waterproof or water resistant rather, with just about the highest water resistance rating you can get on earbuds, IPX7. Most of their flagship earbuds have an IPX5 rating. The Buds 1 Pros also had an IPX7 rating already though. But anyways, the last but not least extra feature we're talking about today is probably the most useful one. It can be a lifesaver if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation. What I'm referring to is the full Find My Earbuds feature. Now, I think this is always a great feature to have. Actually, no, I think this is a crutch feature to have. Like, I feel like you must have it as flagship earbuds, because in a way, it's almost like insurance, you know? I mean, you definitely don't want to lose your brand new Buds 2 Pros after you just spent over 200 bucks on them. I guess the only other thing that's worse to lose, apart from your life or your wife, is your wallet, right? Because at the end of the day, that's where the money to buy the Buds 2 Pros even came from. And funny enough, this specific wallet right here is where the money came from to make this video itself. This is the Ekster wallet, and it's the sponsor of this video today. Now, I don't know what wallet you're using exactly, but it's probably a stupid wallet. No offense, I mean, I've used regular dumb wallets before too, long time ago though. But my point is that this is a smart wallet. It fans out all your cards for you with a push of a button, so you can easily pick out the exact one you want. And it also has that crutch feature that we're talking about with the additional extra wallet tracker. So this is probably gonna be your hardest wallet to lose. Almost on par with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros themselves. It's also a good amount cheaper than the Buds 2 Pros, especially with the up to 25% discount you can get by using my link below in the description. Samsung gonna give me a discount to give you guys, by the way, just so you know who really cares about you. So know your self-worth and use that link in the description, or just use my code OBELLEY when checking out so you can get that discount that Ekster has kindly given you. So thank Ekster for the discount, and thanks to Ekster for sponsoring this video about the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. Now, with that being said, we've talked about most of what we need to in regards to the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros, so by now, you should have a pretty good idea of what these guys are like to use in the real world. Now, we haven't actually talked about everything though, like battery life for example. I've used these guys quite a bit, but up to this point, I haven't kept track of exactly how long they last on a single charge. All I can say right now from my experience is that they're around the level of the Buds 1 Pros, which lasts around 4 to 5 hours on a single charge with non-stop listening and noise cancelling turned on. Samsung also doesn't stray too much from this number, because on their website, their claim for the Buds 2 Pros is 5 hours of charge. And I feel like if it was 5 to 6 hours, then it would have just claimed 6 hours instead of 5, you know? So when it comes to battery life, the Buds 2 Pros are just about on par with the previous generation Buds 1 Pros. Well, more or less. But overall though, when it comes to everything, I'm very happy with the Buds 2 Pros. They're not perfect, but at the same time, they're probably easily top 3 in just about every category we talked about. Well, except transparency and probably seamlessness. But even more than being happy with the Buds 2 Pros, I think I might be more so happy for the Buds 2 Pros, just because I feel like the Buds 1 Pros almost got no love, even though they had one of the best sound quality and noise cancelling experiences you could get from any earbuds at the time. You know that thing in the tech world where sometimes popular is better than better? Well, I'm glad that doesn't seem to be happening with these earbuds. But honestly, even if it did, it doesn't really matter, you know? That's not what this channel is about anyways. And this video isn't about the politics of the tech world, it's about the Buds 2 Pros. And since that's the case, then we basically have nothing left to talk about. So like the video if you liked it, and feel free to ask me any questions in case I missed something in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if and only if you'd like to see more videos like this, and thanks for watching. Go watch another video now. Bye bye. Bro. This is literally a waste of our time, okay?
What do you mean? How is this a waste of time?
We've already done this before, all right? We already did the Bud Pros versus the AirPod Pros, and then the Bud Pros already won, all right? These are the Bud 2 Pros. Of course, they're gonna be better than the AirPod Pros.
Oh, no. These are the AirPod Pros 2. These are the AirPod Pros 2. It's not the AirPod Pros, so.
But nothing's changed with the AirPod Pros 2. Like, everything's the same as the AirPod Pros.
No, that's not true. That's not true. The AirPod Pro 2s, we have the new H2 chip this year, as well as...
That's fine, all right? If you want to do this, we'll do this. If you want to compare them, we'll compare them. But don't come here and sit here and tell me some stuff like the H... Don't say that bull crap, all right? Just don't say that, okay?
Hey, pride comes before a fall,
man. We'll do this.
Pride comes before a fall. Remember that.
Shut the f*** up, all right? Freaking philosopher looking at us, man.